Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire, yeah. Somebody bring some water.
Hi fairies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia Andrea, and I'm finally back to making videos. Yay! So I'm just going to be starting out by bleaching my knots on my frontal. So I'm going to use some BW2 bleach, and I like to use about 3 scoops of that in the bowl. Then I'm going to take some of my 30 developer. All is from Sally's. I will link everything in the description box below, as well as time intervals. If you guys already know certain steps, you can just kind of skip through the video. So I like to pour just a little bit of developer into the bowl and start to mix the mixture together. You want to have it more of like a doughy kind of mixture, and you don't want it too syrupy. So I'm just mixing everything together, and the key to knowing when your mixture is done is when your spatula sits up. That's how you know your formula is done. Let's say that you pour too much developer and it is really syrupy, like how I just showed you guys. All you have to do to fix that is just keep pouring in a little bit more scoops of bleach. So just do one at a time until your little mixture is thick enough to where your spatula sits up again for a second time. So the frontal that I'm using is, of course, from Wigs. You guys know I love using their frontals. This is their Malaysian straight frontal in a 20-inch. I think it's a 20-inch, but I ended up layering the hair anyway, so it didn't even stay this long. I had so many ideas of what I wanted to do for my hair for this wig, but it just didn't turn out how I wanted. So all I'm doing right here is just applying the bleach onto the frontal. So the biggest key to making sure that you do not over process your knots is to just lightly lay the bleach onto the frontal. When the frontal is processing with the bleach will spread. So you don't really want to put too much pressure because that's how you get over processed bleach knots. So I'm just laying the bleach onto the frontal and then spreading it with my little spatula guy, and I'm just doing that all around the section. And when I've basically placed it everywhere possible, I'm just going to flip the frontal back over and lay it down on that aluminum foil. Then I'm just going to process that for about 20 minutes. But right here, I'm just showing you guys in detail what it looks like. You just want to make sure and check and see if there's any areas where there is bleach too much onto the frontal, and if there is, mine isn't, but if there was, you could just use a Q-tip and just take that off with some water onto the Q-tip. So letting that bleach sit for about 20 minutes. Now I'm just going to rinse that out, and I will be shampooing the frontal, but I will let you guys know later on what kind of shampoo that I use. So now I'm just going to go ahead and shampoo my hair. I'm just using the Ion Color Brilliant Sulfate Free Shampoo. Try not to drop the shampoo like how I did, but I'm just putting the shampoo on the knots and just scrubbing those knots together. And then I'm just going to rinse that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on some Shimmer Lights Purple Shampoo and let that sit, and then rinse it out again. After I let that sit for about 10 minutes, now it's time to do the bleaching process. So I just mixed up some bleach like I did with the frontal, and I'm just applying it to the frontal. So the easiest way I think to bleach hair is to just apply the bleach and then take the bleach throughout the sections of the hair and apply it that way. I do explain this in another video, but this one is a brand new video. So basically I just like to apply the bleach to the hair, and then when I have the bleach all over, I will go in with my little brush, and now I'm just going to lay the bleach as close to the knots as possible. I'm not really getting it on the actual roots of the hair because I want that part to be a little bit black. I want it to look a little bit more natural. So I'm just going to spread the hair, apply the bleach in between each section, and I'm just going to comb it through to make sure the bleach is everywhere.
Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire. Somebody bring some water, cause she's on fire.
So when I've placed the bleach all over the entire frontal, I'm going to let it sit for 20 minutes and shampoo it again. I'm not going to use conditioner because we are going to be dyeing the hair. So I do not want the conditioner to play with the color at all because I want that color to sit on the hair and penetrate the hair as much as possible. So now I'm just mixing up some bleach mixture to dye my bundles, and I do put a little bit of purple conditioner into it just so that it can help with canceling out any orange or brassiness in the hair when it's bleaching. So I'm just mixing it up, nothing really special here, just mixing up some bleach. And I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the frontal. This bundle, or the bundles that I have, actually are not from Y Wigs. They are from Ali Annabelle. You guys have seen me use these companies pretty much all the time on my channel. They are pretty much the only two companies that I work with. I do give other companies chances sometimes, but every time I work with other companies, it's just like I should have just stuck with my same companies I always work with. So pretty much for now, I'm just going to stick with the same companies that I know. Maybe in the future I'll change my mind, but I'm just sticking to Y Wigs and Ali Annabelle for now. So I did get 3 bundles of Malaysian straight, all in 22 inches. But as I told you before, I did end up cutting it because my original plan just did not work, and I just had to work with it, what I had to do, you know, just work with it. So I put the bleach all throughout the hair just like I did with the frontal, and then I'm just sectioning the hair and putting the bleach in that way. So this part is just nothing really crazy. I'm just putting bleach all throughout the bundle.
Why you wanna do this? More wood for the fire. Why you wanna do this? Stop acting so stupid.
And I actually ended up taking the bleach all through the roots of the bundles. I was going to just leave the top like that same black color, but I just got a little bit lazy and I just put it all throughout the roots of the bundle. So I let the bleach sit for 45 minutes and then I'm just rinsing it out. Same thing I told you guys before, except this time I know with the Brazilian straight, I told you guys that the hair turned really quickly and I couldn't really let it sit for that long, but the Malaysian straight, it did allow me to wait the whole 45 minutes to, you know, let the hair sit and lighten. So I really had no complaints. I'm just actually going to show you guys how much hair came out when I rinsed it out. So that's why I have my brush here. I'm just showing you guys how much hair. It's nothing crazy. It's just like pretty normal. Actually, that is like a very small amount of hair for bleaching. Usually companies like bleaching bundles, it's a lot of hair that comes out, but that's, you know, that's like regular when it comes to like bleaching hair. So I'm just taking some shampoo and I'm just putting that on the hair. Same thing, brushing it through. So here guys, this is where it gets real, and here is the tea. I wanted to see if I was able to bleach this hair a second time. So I took one of the 22-inch bundles and I decided to process it a second time. Did I have to do this? No, but this is a beginners friendly video and I'm just going ham when it goes into detail with this series. I'm making three videos and I'm just showing you guys the do's and don'ts basically and the ins and outs of all this stuff. So as you guys can see, I put the bleach all throughout the hair and you can just see the hair just started to crinkle and fry, just literally crinkle and fry. And this is just a huge no in my book when it comes to bleaching the hair a second time. Bleaching it the first time, the hair is fine. Bleaching it second time, I would not recommend it. And I'm just going to repeat, I would not recommend bleaching this hair a second time. So I'm actually going to be showing you guys how you can revive your bleached hair. And you can also do this for old weaves, dry weaves, hair that you've had for literally like a year or what has it. I'm going to show you guys how to basically bounce that weave back like it's brand new and wham bam spanky ma'am, girl, who this, you know? So I'm going to be using some silicone mix and this actually has a little bit of argan oil in it as well. Moroccan argan oil, you know, it's everywhere. So I'm using their shampoo. I didn't need to use their shampoo, but I just wanted to use it anyway because I just wanted this hair just to be so soft and silky. So I used their shampoo and then I'm taking their conditioner and I'm just putting that all throughout the hair. I've seen so many people like boil the silicone mix in water and then put the hair in that way, but I'm sorry, I didn't know how comfortable I felt with boiling my frontal because I was just afraid it was just gonna like fry. So I decided to put the bundles in a plastic bag or like a freezer bag first, put the conditioner on the hair, and then let it sit on top of the boiling water. I just feel like this just worked a little bit more. I could be wrong, but I just felt like if you put the silicone mix inside of the water, it would dilute the mixture and it wouldn't really give me, you know, the full effect that I really wanted with the hair. So I decided to put it into the plastic bag first and then put it in the water and I let that sit for an hour and then now I'm rinsing it out. And in case you guys are curious, I got this from my local beauty supply store. I never knew it existed until someone had told me about it, and apparently this is what the Dominicans use at their salons. Don't quote me, guys. This is just what I've been hearing on the streets, you know, on the streets. So yeah, so they basically just say that this just restores your hair, makes it so soft and silky. When I tell you guys, I like literally, I didn't know whose hair this was. Whose hair is this? I just didn't know whose hair this was. Like this hair was like brand new. Who is this? It was so soft, so silky, but I'll show you guys in the next video what it looked like dry. So right now I'm just letting it sit in some purple conditioner. It's not the same conditioner from the Shimmer Lights one I used in the other clip. I actually ran out in that same clip, but this one is the Ion version of it and it smells so ridiculously good. And I love using Ion products because they are always on sale. They are always buy one get one or buy two get one for free. That's why I love using Ion. So that pretty much concludes this section of my series. If you guys want to see part 2 where I basically show you guys how I construct my frontal wig as well as in detail how to sew, definitely check that out. And as always, I love you guys and bye.